Hey everyone, it's Dr. Sharon Stills over here at Women's Health Network. It's great to see you all again. I'm going to give you my 3 favorite tips on how to make change last. But before I get to that, I just wanted to talk about the different stages of change. A lot of us just go, oh, it's New Year's, we're going to make that change, we're going to finally go on that diet. And I think that attitude of, oh, I'll start on Monday, I'll start on January 1st, can often set us up for failure because we haven't really gone through all the stages. And we're not really making the change from within ourselves and for the right reasons. The first stage is actually pre-contemplation. And what does that mean? It means pretty much you're still in denial of even having an issue that needs to be changed. So if someone brings it up, you may be very defensive, you're not really interested in hearing anything about it, and it's not really on your radar. You're just kind of doing your thing, suppressing your emotions, and kind of stuck. After pre-contemplation, we can get to a contemplative stage. And so here we start thinking, well, maybe what my husband or my wife or my mother or my brother or my best friend are saying, maybe there's some wisdom in it. Maybe I am looking at this differently. Maybe I am holding on to negative patterns and habits that I don't really need to hold on to that aren't quite serving me. And so we start to think about, maybe it would be a good idea to quit smoking. Maybe it would be a good idea to not drink so much. Maybe it would be a good idea to change the way I'm thinking about a situation. And it's really important to make sure we don't transfer our defensive mechanisms into coping mechanisms. So for example, if you're trying to get to the gym and you keep saying, but I don't have time. Well, that's a defense mechanism because you may not think you have time, but if you start to look at your life and evaluate your life, you can make time. We can always make time for the things that are important to us. And think about, what do I want to be remembered for? If I want to be remembered for being adventurous, am I making the changes to heal my body so I can go on these adventures? If I want to be remembered for donating my time and being very giving and making the world a better place, what am I doing? What do I need to change to actualize that in my life so that I can actually experience that, be that, and ultimately be remembered for that? So contemplation, starting to think about it. On a lighter note, it may just be thinking about, okay, I'm going to contemplate going to the gym. I wonder what it would look like if when I got home from work at 6, instead of flopping on the couch, I put on some sneakers and I went out to the gym for an hour. And so maybe in this phase, you're also taking a little bit of action, which I guess brings me to the next phase, which is preparation. And in preparation, going along with that, going to the gym, maybe in preparation you go out, you buy some really cool sneakers that are comfy, and you put them over by the door, so every time you come home and you're in this contemplation phase, now you're in preparation and you're looking at them and you're going, okay, I know those are going to end up on my feet sometime soon and they're going to take me out the door and to the gym. And so the next phase is action, where you've contemplated, you've prepared, and now you're ready to take action. So now you're actually going to the gym. And so after action, going to the gym, you want to be continually doing this. And remember, it doesn't have to be crazy. I'm going to go to the gym 7 nights a week. Maybe it's just 3 nights a week. When you do something and you complete it and you say you're going to do it, it sets up these wonderful neural pathways and you feel good about yourself. So don't overestimate what you can do. Better to start small and complete it and feel good and give yourself that pat on the back than feel like a failure because you unrealistically said you were going to get to the gym 7 nights a week when that's not really realistic. And lastly, there's maintenance. And so it's maintaining our new behavior. And it's looking at what are the pitfalls, what are the areas where, oops, I may fall off the wagon. And I like to think of it as kind of recycling. So we all have moments where we can fall off the wagon. And it's about not beating yourself up. It's about getting back on, maybe going through the phases again, evaluating why you fell off the wagon, and getting back in there. It's all about getting to know yourself and making choices that benefit you. So I think one of my tips is just, it's really important to know what phase you're in when you're making changes, because if you haven't gone through all the phases, the change you make may not last. The other one is to share it, whether it be with a personal friend, your partner, a family member, but share it, because when you give voice and when you verbalize something, it becomes more real and you feel a little more committed to it. And then you also can have a support system, someone who's not going to nag you, but someone who's going to gently encourage you to stick with the changes that you're wanting to see in your life. So share it. It could be even just, I know I've shared things sometimes on Facebook, and then I feel responsible. Like I remember I did a 30-day yoga challenge where I went to hot yoga every day, and I committed to blogging about it. And because I put it up on Facebook and on my website and said, I'm going to blog about this every day, on those days when I came home and felt like I really didn't feel like blogging because I was tired from doing yoga every day, I still had to do it because I committed to the viewers, to you, that I was going to do it. So putting it out there on social media, sharing it with someone, it's a great way to help you take more responsibility. The other one is writing it down. So when it comes to food, I know a great tool I use is diet diaries, because when you write something down, it makes it more real. So a lot of my patients will say, I always eat vegetables, I never eat sweets. But when I have them write down and then we highlight in different colors the things they're eating, it's like, oh, I feel like I always eat veggies, but I guess I don't. So writing it down and seeing it makes it a lot easier to kind of stick with your choices and to really make them real and keep yourself accountable. So the other thing, which I think is important, is you need to reward yourself. So even before you made the change and now you're at the gym 3 times a week, reward yourself for being in a contemplative state. Reward yourself for buying the sneakers. Celebrate your wins, each and every one of them, the big ones and the little ones. And maybe you're used to rewarding yourself with an ice cream sundae, and that might be counterintuitive and counterproductive to going to the gym and trying to lose 10 pounds. And so what's really important is that you find rewards that are healthy. So maybe it's getting a manicure or taking a bubble bath or buying yourself some new outfits, whatever it is. Think about what makes you really happy, what makes you squeal and with joy and excitement, and start to reward yourself on a regular basis. I hope this was all beneficial for you. I'd love to hear what you're working on, what you're changing, what your successes have been, what your struggles have been. We are all in this together. And so I hope this was helpful, and I hope you have a great day, and I'll look forward to seeing you soon. Be well and embrace change.